Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. So in the last episode we got the second badge, and today we're going to go into this funny looking building here. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how really awkward this building actually looks. How does this not look super ominous to people? I really have no idea. So basically for the last 3 days I have essentially had a bunch of what the hell moments in my life. The most relevant of which to this LP is something that I said, I think it was in part 6, and it was regarding a Pokemon called Pachirisu, when I said that it was, it's kind of crappy, I'm not really a big fan of it. Well, just give me one sec. Hello, it's me. Me! Ha! I startled you, yes? I am, after all, an officer of the International Police. It is only normal that I be a master of disguise. Oh, so you just get out of your disguise to talk to me? Incidentally, you are a first-rate trainer. Of that, I am very aware. Therefore, I think you will be okay, but I must warn you to be careful anyways. Also, a word of advice. This building has 2 stairs. One of them, a trap it must be. But the crooks of Team Galactic, they do not appear, how I say, smart. There should be an easy way to tell the stairs apart. Oh yeah, well that's kind of good to know. But yeah, as I was saying, the Pokemon Pachirisu, I don't know if people are aware of this, but this last weekend was the Pokemon World Championships. And in the Masters division of the doubles tournament, I didn't watch this live, by the way, I was out of town all weekend. But in the Masters division of the doubles tournament, there was a guy, I don't remember his name, but he won the Masters with a Pachirisu. Now, like, I don't even know what to say about this, because it's basically just, like, all I thought when I heard that was just, nah, there's no way. There's no way that that would actually happen. But sure enough, the dude won the Masters division of the Pokemon World Championships with the Pachirisu. The Pokemon that I said was crappy. So you know what? I have a hat here. I think I'm going to eat it right now. No, I'm not actually going to eat my hat, because that would taste awful, and I would be kind of sad. Is this super effective? It is not super effective, but it did a decent amount. Well, that's okay, I guess. Let's go and return this dude here, and then hopefully those guys will be dead. But yeah, I was gone out of town for most of the weekend, and basically, like, I went camping with my friends. I'd said all week, like, hey, let's go camping or something like that, because I was gonna go visit them on like Wednesday, and then it turns out that they actually moved back here, sort of. It's kind of complicated how this all worked. But basically they showed up on my doorstep last week at some point and basically said, like, hey, I'm back for some contract work, but we're going back to go and live in Salmon Arm, which is in BC. And yeah, so basically, like, that was that. So I said, like, hey, well, instead, like, of me coming out to visit you, why don't we go down there and go camping for a couple days? And they're like, yeah, sure. And they were going to stay in their apartment, and I was going to go camping with them. Well, we got there, and their room was barricaded shut, and their roommate had gone absolutely batshit insane, which is absolutely fantastic, because he's schizophrenic and has, like, 2 different types of cancer and sells pot to the entire town. So he's definitely a dude that you want to piss off, apparently. According to them, he is, but, yeah, he barricaded the door shut, basically to ensure that they wouldn't get... Dude, why are you missing so much? Like, what is the malfunction here? Like, Jesus, Shellos, calm your titsicles or whatever. I should probably rename Shellos, too. I'll probably do that at the end of this video. But yeah, we got there, and their door was barricaded shut, and so they were like, okay, we opened the door, about... like maybe a quarter of an inch, and yelled in, like, okay, well, my friend yelled in, if this door isn't open in 20 minutes, we're gonna come back and we're gonna call the police. And so they got a phone call about 5 minutes later from their roommate. They didn't have their phone on them, of course, because they're the sort of people that just sort of, like, have a cell phone, but it's never on and it's never with them, and, like, literally when they go anywhere, it's like, where's my phone? I have no idea. Stupid freaking stunky. Stop making me miss. This is ridiculous. I've never missed this much in a single battle. Dude. Okay, thank you for actually finally hitting this thing. That was like, what, 6 attacks in a row that Shellos missed? It was ridiculous. But anyways, yeah. We came back, and he was, like, standing outside of the apartment building, with like this dude who was supposed to be like there for, I guess, physical intimidation, but he basically flat out said like, I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm just here for being a witness or something like that, because they were gonna sign some stuff, and I don't really know what was the deal. Basically, he was like, I just want to know if you're living here or not, but basically said it in a way that was like, get the fuck out of my apartment right now, or I'm gonna stab you in the throat. So yeah, there was that, and then we basically ended up like moving them right out of their apartment, like then and there, and like I drive a Toyota Echo. It is not a big car. They had an entire apartment that I had to move, and they're like, oh, it's only one carload of stuff. We only brought one car. It's like, yeah, but your car is like a fucking like Nissan X-Trail or something like that. I don't fucking know. And it's a lot bigger than my car. So yeah, their stuff didn't fit very well in my car. We basically had to throw out at least half of it, and yeah, it was a real jack-off situation. I was really annoyed by them. But basically, we had to move them out of their apartment in like 15 minutes, and this dude was helping us. We were basically just like throwing stuff out of the apartment, and like this like crazy schizophrenic roommate of theirs is like yelling at them at the same time. He's screaming like, well, you guys didn't pay utilities, even though they never actually said that they had to pay utilities. So basically, like, when we first went there, okay, let me explain something beforehand, because like they got apparently a message from their roommate saying like, don't come here, there's mold everywhere, the garbage exploded. So we went there and there was no mold, and we were like, okay, what the fuck? And then like that, like after the fact, we came back later and the door was barricaded shut, and it was like a what the fuck sort of scenario. And yeah, like I don't know, but I bet my friend the first time, I'm like, I bet you $1 there's no mold. And she's like, yeah, I'll take that bet. He's a nice guy. He wouldn't lie to us. I won the bet. And as soon as we got there the second time, when he was standing outside, I looked at my friend. I'm like, I bet you he's going to ask you for money. And I'm like, well, she's like, yeah, I don't think he'd ask us for money. I think he just wants us to leave. And sure enough, he's like, well, you guys didn't pay for utilities. You have to pay for utilities. It's like ridiculous. Why didn't you pay for utilities? Even though they like never signed an agreement that said that they had to pay for utilities. Now, by the way, the fake staircase is the one that doesn't have the sign by the stairs. It's pretty obvious. I'm gonna go and clear out all the trainers that like aren't necessary to battle in here off screen. So I will be 1 sec. I think this is a trainer. That's not a trainer. I'm just gonna go up these stairs and fight whoever's up here. Yeah, this douchebag. So I'll be 1 sec. Okay, well that was an absurdly long battle, and Shellos died, and I healed it. But yeah, as I was saying about my weekend, it was just like one mystical situation. My friends basically like sort of expected me to move them out. It was really, really awful. And on top of all the crap that like my friends sort of like forced me into, like forcing them, well, like helping them move and like driving them home with all their stuff. Well, first of all, they had to throw away like about half of their stuff because it just didn't fit in my car, and my wheel wells like were basically like just about scraping against my wheels, which is really bad for a car. You don't ever do that, and I'm really surprised I didn't blow a tire. Wow, that's actually the correct way. I screwed that up. But yeah, my friend also decided to chug about 2/3 of a bottle of vodka, and like it wasn't just straight vodka. They poured it into like 2 or 3 containers of like Mott's Clamato, like one of those 1 liter containers. Chugged like all 3 of them in 5 minutes, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, who does that? And oh, X special, I see, said the blind man. And yeah, it was just like, then they decided to run into the water, like into the lake, because we're staying at like Shuswap Lake in British Columbia, and like we're like right there. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage. Oh my god, this dude is just way overpowered. This freaking Kadabra man and his power shield attacks. He's a power shield. It's a power shield. Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. But yeah, she decided to run into the lake and like start swimming, and then realized, oh crap, I'm too drunk to swim. And like everybody else is just sort of like, the fuck is going on? Like, what is wrong with you? And like, her boyfriend is extremely hydrophobic. He's not hydrophobic in the sense that, like, he's afraid of water. He just, like, really doesn't like touching it. And is, like, the least hygienic person I've ever met. Like, doesn't, like, barely ever showers, like, once every 2 weeks. Never brushes his teeth. Doesn't ever wash his hands or anything like that. Like, it's kind of nasty. And, yeah, like, so I had to go and basically, like, stop her from running into the water. I mean, he also stopped her from running into the water. And it was stupid. But, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I was just really pissed off at my friends from this last weekend just because they were fucking idiots. And basically, like, after driving home, like, 6 hours straight throughout this, like, BC jungle area. It's not really a jungle, it's a forest, but, I drove home, like, 6 hours straight with all this stuff loaded to the hilt. They offered to pay for my gas, which they definitely should have, and I would be really pissed off if they didn't. Basically, like, they stole my CD case, first of all, which I was like, what the balls, man? And they also, didn't really thank me for helping them move. And I went home, and I went to my sister's place, and I was like, Jesus, I just really need to be the retarded person in the room for a second. Like, that was literally what I said to her, and she's like, thanks? I don't know if that means I'm not retarded or if I am. I'm like, you're not retarded. My friends are retarded. It's like, I was just so fed up with that. Anyways, this is what I believe to be probably the second or third hardest fight in the entire game. Did you want something? How silly of me to even ask. You want to free the Pokemon. Fine. I, Jupiter, will deal with you. Yes, and this is another Team Galactic admin who's just hanging out in their building, basically, I guess, responsible for it. She's just sort of got this weird jumpsuit thing going on. I don't really know what the hell she's wearing. And yeah, that's sort of like my thoughts on that. But she has 2 Pokemon, and I'm going to switch out immediately because I didn't realize that Shellos was still at the front of the party. Probably going to switch out to Snuggles. I'm not really too sure. I don't really know what to do in this fight because I don't really have anything for this fight, really. But yeah, this Zubat knows Wing Attack, Giga Drain, and Bite. All 3 of those are not really good for Shellos to be taking an attack from. So, yeah, I don't really, like, want Shellos to take an attack from any of those. As you can see, like, the Zubat's a little bit of a problem just because it's pretty high-leveled. I mean, like, this person, they're only a problem because they're so over-leveled, I feel like. I think, like, they should probably be, like, about level 21 with their highest level Pokemon. And this is the next thing. Motherfucking Skuntank. I don't... Like, this is just the most ridiculous Pokemon for them to have at this point in the game because it's like the Miltank in Gen 2. That's just, like, the most overpowered and bulky thing. And it can lower your accuracy, and it's, like, super fucking annoying. Like, that's the first thing it's gonna do, is lower my accuracy, of course. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Hopefully this Mud Bomb connects and does a decent amount. That's how much a super effective Mud Bomb did, and that's the only super effective move that I have on my team. And you're just gonna keep lowering my accuracy like a fucking troll, aren't you? You're just gonna be that guy. You can be that guy at that party that's just sort of like there and doing like all of his stuff all at once. And it has a Citrus Berry, by the way. I figured I should mention that. But this thing knows Night Slash, Poison Gas, Smoke Screen, and Screech. I honestly think my best move right now is to try and lower its accuracy. Because, yeah, it's probably just a logical thing. Like, most of its moves aren't super accurate. I mean, Night Slash is pretty accurate. But, like, other than that, like, Poison Gas has, like, 50-some% chance of hitting. Smoke Screen's, like, I think 70. And Screech is like 50-something, I think, too. I'm not really too sure. Crap. Well, whatever. At least I got its accuracy down 1 level. I'm happy with that. Now, probably bring in Turtry... No, I'll bring in Snuggles. Because Night Slash is basically going to one-shot Zap. Let's see how much Flame Wheel does. If I get to attack, which I'm probably not going to, because it's probably going to kill me. Yup, that killed me. I would not be surprised at all if I lost this fight. Go Turtry, you can do it. I believe in you. You are the champ of the team right now because you're the only one that's got like any bulk. That was a very British way of saying got. It's like you've got some bulk. I don't really know what I was going for there. And I don't know if Curse is going to be a good idea. I'm only going to use one just in case the Skun Tank tries to lower my accuracy. But, wow, there we go. That was basically like a free Curse. I'm not going to go for another one. I don't think it's worth the risk. Just because, like, he's probably going to use Smoke Screen. I guess it's a she, but whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. And yeah, that's how much Return did. Versus Return on the Perugly on the last Team Galactic boss that one-shotted it after 2 returns. After 2 curses. This thing was like a quarter of its health. But anyways, we beat it, and it gives over 1,000 experience. So yeah, I think that's the most experience of anything we fought so far. Losing to some child, blah 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 blah. I didn't get to read the rest of the text there. Well, aren't you tough? That's okay though. Our official Pokemon statue investigation is finished. Mars has collected energy from the Valley Windworks. We're pretty much finished here. I'll let you in on one little thing. Our boss is researching the myths of ancient Pokemon. With the power of mystical Pokemon, he will become the ruler of Sinnoh. I suggest you keep out of Team Galactic's affairs from now on. This is your last warning. Wow, that is actually a little bit ominous. I got my Clefairy back, and it's all thanks to you. But that Team Galactic, they said Clefairy came from space. Hand it over. Their logic baffles me still. It's like they're from space. Anyway, they're gone now. Thanks very much. I can't thank you enough right now, but cruise by my cycle shop, okay? So, they say Clefairy is from space to hand it over, but they also stole his Baneri. Baneri is definitely not from space, and it's kind of a crappy Pokemon. Baneri is just basically a hooker. That's, like, somebody asked me... Well, if somebody asked me on a stream one time, what's your favorite? Well, like, sexiest Pokemon that's not Gardevoir, I'm pretty sure. That was the question. I probably should have said Lopunny. That would have been a good one, but I don't remember what I actually said. I'm pretty sure it was something from, like, Gen 2. I don't actually know. I think I just said, like, Snorlax for laughs. But yeah, I don't know. Let's go to the cycle shop, shall we? For the record, that fight with Jupiter is a lot easier in Diamond and Pearl because both of her Pokemon are 3 levels lower. It's just, like, significantly easier. Oh, there you are. I was looking for you. I've got something nice. I wanted to give you this Pokemon egg. Will you accept it? I guess. Why not? Never hurts to get more Pokemon. That's wonderful. The Pokemon inside the egg is happy, too. I'm sure of it. Keep that egg in your party of Pokemon. A Pokemon will hatch from it in a while you're traveling. I would be happy to know that it will help fill another page of your Pokedex. See you again. Now, I'm pretty sure the egg contains a Togepi, and you guys probably have no idea how close Togepi was to being on my team. The only reason that it wasn't is because I was kind of lazy and I didn't really want to wait that long to get a flying type. I mean, you get a Togekiss by like just before the 6th badge, but at that point in the game, it's not really super useful at that point to have a flying type. Like, the whole point of having a flying type is, like, A, to fly, and B, to, like, use on, like, grass types and shit like that. But, like, it basically, like, lost its purpose at that point. Kevdog, long time no see. Oh, you look puzzled. You're wondering who I am. I'm Professor Rowan's assistant and Dawn's father. Huh. I thought Professor Rowan was like her father. Oh, well. I came a long way to help you on your adventure at the Professor's behest. Behest? I hate that word because I'm not sure if it's behest or beheist or something. Kevdog, let me ask you, how many Pokemon have you met? Oh my, you met 42 Pokemon. Yes, bravo. Professor Rowan will be delighted. Here, something for you. And we get an EXP share, finally. What the balls? Shit, my system died. Well, you know, that was actually all I wanted to do for this video, so I will get back to where I was in between videos. And to the right of Eterna City, there were a couple trainers. I'm going to take those out off screen. So I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.